Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today, we've got a massive 11-game slate to be going over. So we have a full slate of hockey. So we have a lot to do for this video. But before we get into the video, before we get into the recap of what happened yesterday, you guys know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with a video here at Earl Sports Bets. You can also follow us on our social medias at BetsEarl on Twitter, at Earl Sports Bets on Instagram, and we have a Discord link if you want to join that. The link to that will be in the description of the video down below. And as always, leave your best bet for the NHL in the comment section below. Alright, quick little recap of what happened yesterday. Another meh day as we got two very underwhelming performances from our two losers. Calgary, they fall to Ottawa. Not pretty at all. They lose 3-1. They were up 1-0 heading into the third period. So, of course, they go on to lose that game. So, unfortunately, did not get the win there. The Kings did not look good at all either. They lose 4-2 to the San Jose Sharks. And the only good thing to come out of last night was the Winnipeg Jets winning 5-1. Andrew Kopp with 4 goals, including an empty netter at the end. They get the job done 5-1 versus the Canucks. So we went 1-2 yesterday. We're still 156, 140. So we're doing pretty well this season. So let's get into today's slate, where there's a lot of games, but I'm not on many plays. There's 11 games. I have 5 plays I'm looking at today, so a lot of passing. But that is just the way it is when there's just no value on some of these games. So let's get into it, starting with the New York Rangers taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. Minus 123 for the Rangers, plus 111 for the Flyers. Over under of 6 goals for this one. It looks like it's confirmed Carter Hart is going to be starting for Philadelphia. He'll be going up against Igor Shesterkin for the New York Rangers. Shesterkin coming back off the IR. And he's their number one. He's their top goalie. He's the one that they want in net. It's not Georgiev. It's not Kincaid. It's Shesterkin. And looking at this Flyers team, they're borderline becoming close to where I have Nashville. They have to now prove to me, after betting them the other night and them being really bad lately. They're 3-6-1 their last 10 games. They've looked really bad. The defense has looked terrible. It's just not a good Flyers team right now. So until they prove me otherwise, I'm going to start betting against them or passing on the games. And we're going to go with the New York Rangers tonight. This is a team that I believe last week, beat this Flyers team 9-0. This New York Rangers team knows how to approach them. I feel like this is a spot where I like the Rangers. I like the over. That's where I'm looking at for this one. I like the New York Rangers versus the Philadelphia Flyers, minus 123. I think that's an okay price there. So give me the Rangers in this matchup versus the Philadelphia Flyers. Our next one we're looking at here is the New York Islanders. We're going from the Rangers now to the Islanders. They're taking on the Boston Bruins. Minus 113 for Boston, plus 102 for New York. It's most likely going to be Yaroslav Halak taking on Semyon Varlamov. Those are not confirmed, but that's just my projections for this one. This game is one I'm not going to have any action on. I lean towards the Islanders. I lean towards the under, even though that's a 5. I don't want to bet the under 5 because that's just not a positive EV move. But the New York Islanders have dominated this series. They've won all 4 games against this Boston Bruins team. They seem to have their number. They're going up against a former Islander in Halak as well in net. I like the Islanders in this matchup. Not enough to bet them, though. If I would have to place a bet on this one, it would probably be the Islanders and the under, which that could be an interesting correlated parlay, because this Islanders team right now, I believe Leo Komarov's on the top line. Trotz is mixing up the lines. Don't expect too much offense from this game. If I would have to give a play for this game, it's the under, but overall it's a pass for me in this game. Next, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Ottawa Senators. Minus 290 for the Leafs, plus 256 for the Sens. Jack Campbell is going to be in net for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And coming off the IR, it could be Marcus Hogberg tonight. And with that being said, I want nothing to do with Hogberg. He's a awful goalie. He's their, I think, backup, third string. Backup. Matt Murray, Hogberg. Yeah, backup goalie, but he's not good at all. And these two teams, when they play against each other, they score goals. We're going to go with the over 6.5 for this match. I just see Hogberg getting lit up tonight. I have no interest in laying that puck line with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Minus 125 is never a price I want to lay on a puck line. I have to lay a goal and a half and lay juice. No thank you there. But with Hogberg in there, I can definitely see that happening. So my play for this one is the over 6.5 goals between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Ottawa Senators. I think that this is just going to be a lot of goals. 4 out of the 6 games that these two teams have played this season have gone to the over. So give me the over 6.5 between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Ottawa Senators. Next, we have the New Jersey Devils taking on the Washington Capitals. Mackenzie Blackwood and Vanacek projected in net for this game. In this one, I have really no interest in betting this one. I lean towards the Capitals because they're just, I think, the way better overall team. But minus 193 is a little much. And plus, this New Jersey team hasn't been playing that bad lately. I'll lean towards maybe the under a little bit in this matchup. Both these teams are in the last 10 games. Only 3 overs each. Washington 3 overs, 5 unders, and 2 pushes. 3 overs, 7 unders for New Jersey. New Jersey is a generally under team, 13 overs, 17 unders this season. So looking at this game, I would only lean towards the under for this matchup. 6 is a decent amount for a goal total as well. So I lean the under between the Devils and the Capitals, but no play for this one here. I have no interest in betting this game at all, which leads us now to the Carolina Hurricanes and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Minus 161 for the Hurricanes, plus 145 for the Jackets. I'm projecting Jonas Korpisalo and Alex Nedeljkovic in net, and Nedeljkovic actually looks really good this season. He's a 7-2-2 record, 930 save percentage, 1.96 goals allowed per game. So he's looked good in net for Carolina. So this will be interesting when Peter Mrazek comes back, when they have 3 very good goalies. Who knows if they might trade one away or send one back down, or I think Reimer would probably be on the chopping block for that, because I like Mrazek and Nedeljkovic the way those two are playing right now. Or Mrazek as an overall goalie, and because Mrazek hasn't played in a while. But looking at this game, I believe our Trocheck is out. Teravainen, I believe, is also out. So this is going to be another pass for me. I don't really want to mess with the Hurricanes as this big of road chalk. Looking at that, so for me, this is going to be a pass. Let me see who's out for this game. Trocheck is out, and they're still without Teravainen. But Dougie Hamilton has looked really good lately. But this game overall is no action for me at this one. It's a stay away. Kind of like this next game. Pittsburgh Penguins hosting the Buffalo Sabres. Minus 300 for the Penguins. Plus 264 for the Sabres. Over under of 6 goals for this game. And Pittsburgh has won all 3 of these games. I believe this is 14 or 15 straight losses now for the Buffalo Sabres after the 5-2 loss last night. For Pittsburgh, it's going to be Casey DeSmith. For Buffalo, it's absolutely no clue at all, and I don't care. This is a terrible Buffalo Sabres team. I will not back them for the rest of the season unless they go on an absolute tear, which, breaking news, they're not going to do. They're eliminated. I believe they're eliminated from playoff contention. So this Buffalo Sabres team is a awful, awful team. And I have no interest in backing them at all. They're 0-9-1 in their last 10 games. They're 31st in the league in scoring, only scoring 2.06 goals a game. They're giving up 3.52 goals a game, which is borderline Ottawa levels, which Ottawa has terrible defense as well. So this is an absolutely no play for me. I lean probably the over, if anything, because I have no trust in this Buffalo Sabres team to hold this Pittsburgh Penguins team to less than 4 or 5 goals. So maybe the over 3.5 team total for Pittsburgh's a play as well. But overall, I don't know why I'm talking so long about this game, because this game is an absolute joke. Buffalo is an absolute joke, and yeah, I have no interest in this game. Pittsburgh's a good team, but I'm not saying Pittsburgh is a joke. I'm saying the Sabres are. And honestly, I would have the Sabres ranked 32 in my power rankings, with Seattle right above them, even though they have no team, they have no coach, they have no anything. Whatever they put together has got to be better than what they have in Buffalo right now. That's all I got to say. Next game, we have the Nashville Predators and the Detroit Red Wings. A -170 for the Preds, +153 for the Red Wings, over under of 5.5 goals. And I'm projecting Yusef Saros taking on Thomas Greiss. And this is another one where these are two bad teams. I'm just not going to sugarcoat it. These are two awful teams this year. Detroit's 10-19-4. Nashville is 15-17-1. A very disappointing Nashville team so far this year. And I faded them basically for half the season, and it's played out pretty well for me. Overall, this game's going to be another pass for me. I don't feel like I should be... I'm absolutely not betting Nashville, especially at a -170. If I would have to bet aside for this one, it's Detroit at that +153 price tag. I don't think Detroit is that much worse than Nashville, as crazy as that sounds. So it's Detroit, or it's dog or pass for this game, and it's a no play on the side or on the total. These two teams, or Nashville's a pretty split team. Detroit's more towards the under, so if anything, probably an under. But no action here for the Detroit Red Wings and the Nashville Predators. Our next game is the Florida Panthers and the Chicago Blackhawks, -120 for the for the Panthers, +109 for the Blackhawks. And this is one where I was kind of scratching my head on why this line is so bad, and then I was reminded that it's going to be on the top line for them now, Noel Acciari with Verhaeghe and Duclair, as Alexander Barkov is going to be out for this game. But still, I like the Florida Panthers in a bounce-back situation. I don't know if... obviously, Barkov is not going to help being out, but I still think that this -120 price tag is a little egregious. I think they should be probably -130, -135 for this game. So overall, I like the Florida Panthers still in this game, -120. I think they get the bounce-back win here. I'm not a huge fan of this Chicago Blackhawks team. They're decent, but I feel like they're definitely overperforming, and I think that's definitely going to regress down. Florida's taken 4 out of the 5 games in this series. I like Florida. Give me the Panthers here versus the Chicago Blackhawks at a discounted -120 tag because of Barkov. Our next game we're going to be going over now is St. Louis taking on the Minnesota Wild. And looking at this game, this is another one where I was looking at the price tag and I was wondering why it is where it is, and then I was looking at it. Minnesota's on a back-to-back here, and St. Louis is well rested. St. Louis coming off of a 5-1 loss on the 22nd, so they've been off the last couple of days, thinking about that game and thinking about bouncing back. And while Minnesota was playing last night. So it's going to be Jordan Binnington versus Kaapo Kahkonen. These two teams have not played this year. And I'm going to go with the rest of the team. I'm going to go against a team that's played back-to-back games now. I think the Blues can get a win tonight. I like them at the +104 price tag. I wish it was a little bit higher, but I like backing teams that are rested versus a team playing back-to-back games, especially when they won the night before. So give me the St. Louis Blues in this matchup here, +104 versus the Minnesota Wild, and I'll probably look to back the Blues, or look to back the Wild in their next game if the Blues win this game. If not, then I'll probably back the Blues again. So this is probably going to be a game where I'm just going to flip-flop. Whoever wins the first game, I'm going to bet the other team the second game. Our next game is the Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the Dallas Stars. And it's going to be Andrei Vasilevsky versus Antoine Hodoben. Vasilevsky is hands down the best goalie in hockey. If you have any other goalie you think is number one in the NHL, number one, you're wrong. Number two, let me know in the comment section below. I would really love to know who has anyone other than Andrei Vasilevsky as the best goalie in the NHL. He's 21-3-1, 933 save percentage, 1.83 goals allowed per game. He is definitely going to win the best goalie in the NHL this year. So, I mean, but for this game in general, this is going to be another pass for me. That 5 total, that over is screaming at me, but minus 130. I'm not trying to lay that much juice on an over-under. But with that being said, the minus 170 is a little much for this Tampa Bay team, which has done kind of nothing but win against this Dallas Stars team. They're 4-0 in these games this year. They're 1-3 towards the under. So the under could be interesting at plus 118. But overall, this game is I'm not going to have any action on it, which leads us to our last game. And we are ending the night on an absolute banger. The Colorado Avalanche host the Vegas Golden Knights. Minus 172 for the Avalanche. Plus 155 for the Vegas Golden Knights. Over under of 5.5 goals for this one. And I really, really like this matchup. I want to see these two teams play in the Western Conference Finals. Or Western Division Finals, basically. For the trip to the Final Four. And this is a game where I'm not picking a side, even though I would lean towards the Vegas Golden Knights at a plus 155, which is an absolute egregious price, I think. These two teams are very balanced. And even though they've been, the Vegas Golden Knights haven't been struggling at all, they've won 7 of their last 10 games, just the same as these Colorado Avalanche as well. I don't see any. Pasquaretti is day-to-day. That's the only injury I really see here. Let's see what it says. Lower body skated on Wednesday, but is still considered questionable for today's game. So I like the under in this matchup. Actually, that's the play I'm going to be giving out for this one. All 4 of these games have gone to the under. When these teams play, it's a very low scoring affair. Let's see if I can find the scores of those games. Yeah, when they play, it's usually a very low scoring affair. 3-0, 3-2, 3-2, and I think the game before that was 2-0. So these two teams, they play low scoring defensive hockey games, playoff atmosphere hockey. And I really like that out of this team. So give me the under here between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche. This just screams under. It's been 4 unders, no overs in their series so far. This is split 2-2. So very balanced teams. Plus 155 is screaming my name. But I want to see the status of Max Pasquaretti. If Pasquaretti is in, then that plus 150, plus 155 tag, I may pull the trigger on that. But we're going to go with the under 5.5 as our play for the Colorado Avalanche and the Vegas Golden Knights for this game. So looking over tonight's slate, we're going with the New York Rangers at minus 123. We're going with the Maple Leafs and the Senators over the total at 6.5. We're going with the Panthers at minus 120. We're going with the Blues at plus 104. And we're going with the under between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And turn on post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with a video here at All Sports Bets. But that's going to just about do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe as always. And let's make some money. Let's cash some bets in the NHL tonight. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.